So if you want to sit comfortably, sit cross-legged, sit on a cushion if you want to, whatever works. Just make sure you're sat tall, close your eyes over, and then we're just going to start with some long deep breaths. So as you inhale, sit up tall, reach through the crown of your head. As you exhale, relax your shoulders, relax your legs, feel your knees sink down. As you breathe in, feel your abdomen and your chest expand. As you exhale, feel your whole body relax as everything comes back to the centre. And doing that for about 10 rounds of breath. So just pausing, taking a moment of stillness. If you do have a particularly busy mind, just use the time to let everything drift away. So with each breath out, you feel your body and your mind become more relaxed. Really slowing down your exhale. Take one more big breath in and out. And then bring your palms together. Start to rub them together quite quickly to create a bit of heat in your hands. And then when your hands are warm, cup them over your eyes. Open your eyes up. And then release your hands down. And then roll your shoulders forwards and backwards a few times. Feel your shoulders start to loosen up. Relax your shoulders down. Turn your head to your right, so look over your right shoulder. Keep your chest facing forwards. And then look over your left shoulder. Come back to the centre, and then we're going to drop the head over to the right, so kind of looking forwards, just dropping down, ear to shoulder, head hanging heavy. And then over to the other side. Try to keep your shoulders level. Head to the centre, drop your chin to your chest, let your shoulders round a little bit, so extending that stretch through your neck, through your upper back. And then look up to the ceiling, roll your shoulders back, open your chest, inhale, reach your arms up into the air, nice big stretch, and then exhale, float your hands down to touch the floor by your sides, and then we're going to do that again. So inhale, stretch your arms up, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, take your hands back down. One more time, going at your own pace, so just listen to your breath. And then we're going to lift up just the left arm. So inhale, left arm lifts, and then as you exhale, lean out to your right. Pause for a breath. And then come back to the centre. As you breathe in, stretch your right arm up into the air, and then exhale, leaning out to the side. Nice deep stretch on the side of your body. Inhale, back up. And then twisting. So you're going to look over your right shoulder, spin around to your right, take your right arm behind you, roll your shoulder back. And then untwist, back to the centre. Slowly coming round to your left. So left hand behind you, roll your shoulder back. And then back to the centre again. And then inhale, sweep your arms up into the air. As you exhale, hinge forwards, fold over your bent legs, drop your hands to the floor, relax your shoulders, soften your elbows, let your head hang heavy, just fold over your legs. Let everything go. And then slowly roll yourself back up, squeeze your tummy in, spine roll up, roll your shoulders back a few times, nice big exaggerated shoulder rolls. And then we're going to come onto hands and knees. So you're going to swing your legs back behind you, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, doing some cat-cows to start. So as you inhale, your cow pose, tailbone lifts, chest comes forwards, look forwards. On the exhale, round your back, scoop your tummy up, tuck your hips under, head drops down, and then just go from one to the other. Remembering those long deep breaths. And just going at your own pace. Keep your core squeezed in the whole time. Coming back to neutral, so next time you do cat stretch, come back to have a flat back, and then tuck your toes, lift up into downward facing dog, fingers spread wide, keep a nice big bend in your knees, and then shift your weight from one side to the other. So just keeping everything fairly loose, nothing engaged too much, nothing feeling rigid. Just weight coming from one leg to the other, maybe move your hips from side to side, shift your weight into one arm and then the other arm. Feel the backs of your legs start to stretch out. And then bend both knees, do a nice big generous bend in your knees, spread your fingers wide, feel your shoulder blades slide down your back, and then imagine your hips are being pulled back behind you. Extend up through your legs on your tiptoes, take a big inhale, and then exhale, sink your heels to the floor. Pull up the front of your legs. Push your hands firmly down into your mat. And then look up to your hands, walk your feet forwards, just tiptoe forwards. Nice big bend in your knees. Spine roll slowly up to stand. Head coming up last. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift halfway up into flat back pose. Exhale, hands to the floor. Release your head, pause for a breath. Shift your weight into the balls of your feet and then into your heels. And just kind of gradually tilt your weight forwards and backwards. You can have a soft bend in your knees if you want to. Shake and nod your head a couple of times. And then step your right leg back, do a big step back. Rest your knee on your mat and tuck your toes. And then either hands to your mat or lift your arms up into the air. So tuck your hips under, lift up through your chest. Lift your gaze slightly, squeeze your legs. Sink your hips forwards and down. Big inhale again. And then as you exhale, take your hands to the floor. Shift your weight back and lift your left toes up into the air. And let your chest drop down towards your leg. Then walk your hands forwards. Tuck your toes under, come back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to get settled in. And then holding firm and steady. Everything extending. Look up to your hands. We're going to repeat that all over again on the other side. So just going to walk up slowly. Nice big bend in the knees. Spine roll up to stand. Inhale on your way up. Head coming up last. Big shoulder roll. Stand tall. Inhale, arms sweep up and back. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift halfway up into a flat back pose. Exhale, fold all the way down. And then this time, bend your knees, cross your arms over. You're going to sway from side to side. Let your head drop right down between your arms so you look back behind you. And then release your hands. Step your left leg back. Inhale, step back. Drop your knee and tuck your toes. Lift your arms up into the air if you're taking that option. Or you can keep your hands down. Tuck the hips under. Send the hips forwards and down. So you've got your front knee stacked above your ankle. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, float your hands down to the floor and then slide your hips back, lift your front toes up, drop your chest down towards your thigh, relax your shoulders. And then walk your hands forwards again. Step back to downward facing dog. Take one deep breath and then slowly drop to child's pose. So drop to your hands and knees, untuck your toes, big toes together, sit back to your heels, slide forwards. And then a few different options, so either arms out in front, or you can rest your head on your hands, or head on the arms, or on your fists. So just make sure head is rested, and then relax everything down. So just taking a moment, let your body feel heavy, let everything sink down. On your next inhale, slowly roll yourself up. Slide your hands in, roll your shoulders back, and then going to kneel up. So bring your knees into hips distance, and then kneel yourself up, so hips above knees. I'll just turn this way. You're going to take the right leg out to the right, toes pointing away. You're going to do gate pose. So you're going to take your right hand, rest it lightly on your leg. Inhale, extend your left arm up into the air, and then exhale, slide your right hand down towards your foot. And then pause there where you feel a comfortable stretch. Tuck your hips forwards, maybe look up to the ceiling. And then inhale as you lift back up. Take your hand all the way to the floor if you can get it there. Top arm reaches up overhead. Push the hips forwards again, maybe tilt your chest slightly upwards. So feel that extension from your fingertips all the way down to your toes. And then coming back to upright, so inhale as you lift. Relax your arms, switch your legs over nice and carefully. Left arm resting on top of your left leg, and then inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold out to the side. So reaching through your top arm, tuck your hips forwards, make sure your hips stay square onto the front and they don't start to go out to the side. And then when you're ready, inhale up and exhale over to your right. Left arm coming up overhead, start to rotate your chest upwards, stretching from fingertips down to toes. Feel that whole side of your body stretching, lengthening. And then inhale, back up, release your arms down, come onto your hands and your knees, and I'm going to do thread the needle. So turn your right palm up, inhale, as you exhale, slide your right hand underneath your left arm, twist yourself around, rest your shoulder, rest your head, and then once you've reached around as far as you can comfortably go, you can let that bottom arm completely relax. Keep your left palm pushing to the floor, so you don't collapse down in your chest. So just gently pushing down and then holding there. Maybe close your eyes over. One more breath on that side. And then on your next inhale, push down through your left hand, lift yourself up, and switch over. So left palm turns up, inhale, as you exhale, spinning around, resting your head and your shoulder down on your mat, and pausing there. Inhale yourself back up onto hands and knees, and then you're going to lift the right leg up into the air. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back down. Switch to the left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then keep going from side to side. And then if you want to, you can add in the opposite arm. So as you extend your right leg back, you can extend your left arm out in front of you. Exhale, back down, and then switch over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Do one more on each side, finishing with your left leg, so you do an even number on each. And then when you've finished, you're going to tuck your toes under, lift your knees up and come into a plank. So you've got shoulders above wrists, feet hips distance apart, and then you can lower your knees down if you need to. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, lower your chest down between your hands. Again, you can drop your knees if you want to. So you end up with your fingertips underneath the tops of your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows in close, chin to your mat. As you breathe in, lift your head and your chest up as high as you want to. So you might want to come here if you have any back troubles, or if you feel good, you can lift all the way up. And then just pause there for a moment. So shoulders right down away from the head, elbows tucking in. Slowly release back down. We're going to do that 2 more times up and down with the breath. So as you inhale, extend and lift. Coming into cobra. Exhale, slowly back down. One more time on the inhale, lifting up. Breathing deeply as you hold. Slowly roll back down. And then come back for a short child's pose. So tuck your toes, sit back to your heels, fold over your legs, rest your whole body down. And then inhale, roll yourself slowly up. So your spine roll up, roll your shoulders back, and then swing your legs out in front of you. So you're going to end up with legs extended out straight. So move your thighs apart, sit bones on the floor, flex your feet, sit yourself nice and tall. So take some time to get yourself ready, relax your shoulders down. And then bend your right leg, take your foot onto the outside of your left leg. We're going to do a twist. So you're going to inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist to your right. So start to spin around to your right. Bring your right shoulder back behind you. Left arm hugging your knee towards your shoulder. And then taking your gaze to the right. So as you sit there, keep lengthening, sitting tall. Take one more breath and then start to twist yourself back around. And now I'll switch sides. So you're going to extend the right leg, left leg over. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. Left hand behind you, look over your shoulder. Sitting tall and upright. Shoulders relaxed down. So find a spot to look at, focus there, block everything else out. And then come back to the centre when you're ready. So on your next breath in, untwist, back to the centre. Legs sat in front, both legs together, we'll do a seated forward fold. So pull the front of your legs up. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, hinge forwards. Fold over your legs, release your head. And then hold there. So you might reach the toes, you might just find that you can hold onto your ankles or your legs, wherever is fine. Relax the shoulders down. Keep the chest pulling forwards. pushing your heels away from your hips. And then release your arms. Inhale, slowly roll yourself up. Roll your shoulders back. Take your hands behind you. You're going to do incline plane. So as you breathe in, you're going to push your hips up into the air and look up. Or if that one's a bit much, then you're just going to bend your knees and come up into reverse tabletop. Push your hips high, big breath in, and then exhale back down. Then scoot yourself forwards. Make sure you've got space behind you. We're going to lie down on our backs. So roll yourself all the way down. Take your arms up overhead, full body stretch. Lengthen everything out. Point and flex your feet a few times. Stretch out your toes. And then hug your right knee in towards your chest. Flex your left foot and kick your left foot away from you as you pull your right knee up towards your chest, up towards your right shoulder. And then take your right foot onto the top of your left thigh. Gonna look out to your right. Sorry. If you've got space, you can take your right arm out. If not, then you can just put your arm wherever it can go. And then start to pull your knee over to your left side. So you're coming into a recline twist. Shoulders dropping down, twisting around at the waist. And then you've got your right knee coming down towards the floor. Untwist, come back to the centre. Extend your right leg straight up into the air. Hold behind the back of your thigh, flex your foot, and start to pull your leg towards the back of the room or back behind you. Slowly release, let your leg drop down, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So hugging your knee to your chest first. Bend your left knee, interlace your fingers, see if you can cup your shin or you can hold onto the back of the thigh. Pull your knee up towards your left shoulder, flex your right foot, push the foot away from you. A couple of nice deep breaths. And then take your foot onto the top of your right thigh. Take your left arm out to the left if you've got space, or again you can just pop it wherever it will go, and then start to pull your knee over towards the right, coming into your twist on the other side. Both shoulders dropping to the floor, looking out to your left, taking some nice deep breaths. And then untwist back to the centre, realign everything, extend your left leg out up into the air with a fairly straight-ish leg, flex your foot, start to stretch out the back of your leg. And then release your leg back to the floor. Hug both knees into your chest, round your back, have a rock from one side to the other. Take your hands onto your knees, bring your big toes together and start to circle your knees around in opposite directions. So your knees start to circle apart from each other and then back around, and then keep going. Then switch directions, circle back the other way. Then bring your legs together, circle your knees in the same direction. So you're just drawing one big circle with both knees together, inner thighs touching. And then back the other way. So you should feel your hips roll around on your mat, feel your lower back lift and lower off the floor. And then back to the centre. Extend your legs up into the air. Point and flex your feet a few times. Circle your ankles around. Take a few deep breaths. And then slowly bend your knees, drop your feet to the floor, and then open your knees apart so you come into bound angle pose. So soles of the feet touching and then knees coming out into a diamond shape with your legs. Turn your palms up and then just relaxing your whole body there for a moment. So close your eyes over or look up to your ceiling. Feel your whole body release as you exhale. So start to feel your knees drop down, start to feel your shoulders drop down. Maybe start to slow down your breath. So this is our final pose before we do our relaxation. So just transitioning into that relaxed state. Take a couple more deep breaths, and then when you're ready, you're going to gradually bring your knees together. Walk your feet about mat distance, let your knees drop towards one another, just pause there for a second. And then we'll get comfortable for our final relaxation. So we're going to lie in Shavasana. So if you want to jump up and put socks on or anything like that, then you can do that now. I'll give you a minute to do that. And then when you're ready, you're going to have feet about mat distance, toes pointing out to the sides, palms faced up. So just our general relaxation pose. Or if that doesn't work for you, if you need to change it at all, then you can bend your knees, you can sit up. If you've got a sofa near you, you can do legs on your sofa like this. That can be really nice. And your back can then rest flat on the floor. So just do it however you want to, however you're going to be totally comfortable. I'm going to sit just so you can hear me a bit better. So okay, so once you're ready, you're going to close your eyes over and you're going to take 3 deep breaths just to get centered and get ready. So in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice big deep breath. So breathing all the way in and all the way out. And then when you've done those, start to slow down the breath a little more, control it. So still breathing fully and deeply, but just maybe not all the way in, all the way out. So just full deep breath in, nice slow relaxing breath out. So just take some time to tune in, feel the breath come in and out through your nose. Listen to the sound of your breath. And then take some time to make note of how your body is feeling. So start from your toes, scan through your whole body all the way to the top of your head, and take some time, move really slowly, just check in with how each part of your body is feeling. So how it's feeling externally, what it's touching, what temperature is it, is it touching anything else in the room, is it touching a different part of your body? And then how it's feeling internally, how are your muscles and your joints feeling, and then just getting a general overall idea of what's going on in your body right now, and then we'll start to relax it in a moment. So just checking in first, seeing how everything's doing. But when you get to the top of your head, take a big breath in and out again, but this time slow down the exhale. So big breath in, and then really slow exhale, and as you breathe out, feel your whole body release. So just feel any tension melt away, feel every muscle and every joint in your body completely relax. And then you can repeat that a couple of times if you want to. So we're going to focus on really lengthening the exhale. So breathing in, taking that full deep breath, using your diaphragm, breathing right down, abdomen expands, chest expands, but then on the exhale, start to slow that right down, extend, almost like you're trying to draw out the exhale for as long as possible. And then we're going to go through each part of the body. I'm going to mention each part. When I mention it, take your focus there, really tune in, become super aware of what's going on, of the surroundings, of what's going on internally, and then start to relax that group of muscles. So start to focus first of all on your feet, so on your toes, on the tops of your feet, on the soles of your feet, on your heels, on your ankles, so both of your feet, focusing on how they're feeling, and then on the exhale, feel them relax. So as you breathe out, completely relax your feet. And then move your focus up to your legs. So again, just tuning in, how are the muscles feeling, how are the joints feeling, what are they touching. And then as you breathe out, feel your legs relax. So feel your legs just completely let go. Feel any tension release from your joints, extending that up into your hip joints as well and into your glutes. Feel that whole area start to relax. And then come up into your core, so into your abdomen, around the sides of your waist and into your lower back. So all of those core muscles that support you there. First of all, just release. Make sure you aren't holding on to your abdominal muscles. A lot of the time we tend to say without realising. So just let go, completely relax. Take a big breath in. As you breathe in, feel your abdomen really open and expand. And as you exhale, feel it soften and drop down and completely relax. At the same time, feel your lower back relax. So again, it's a place where we sometimes hold tension. So really focusing on letting go, feeling it supported by the floor, and feel any tension melt away. And then coming up to your chest and your upper back. As you breathe in, feel your rib cage expand and open up, feel those muscles stretch. And as you exhale and they come back to the centre, feel them completely relax. And then change your focus, take it over to your hands. So become aware of where your hands are in relation to the rest of your body, where they are in terms of your surroundings, what they're touching, how they're feeling. And then relax your hands. So relax your fingers, your thumbs, your knuckles, backs of your hands, your palms, your wrists. Relax both of your hands completely as you breathe out. And then move your focus up into your arms. So start to relax forearms, elbows, upper arms, your shoulders as well. Feel your shoulders drop to the floor as your arms become heavy by your sides. As you breathe out, relax your arms. And then the tops of the shoulders and your neck. So releasing any tension, make sure your shoulders aren't hunched up at all, they aren't coming up towards your ears, relaxing them down away from your head, feel them sink to the floor. As you breathe out, relax your shoulders and your neck. And then your head and your face, make sure that your jaw is released, your tongue is relaxed and not touching the roof of your mouth. Your lips are just softly closed over, your eyes are softly closed. Your forehead is relaxed and free from tension. Your head is supported, rested somewhere comfortable. On your next breath out, relax your head and your face. And then relax your entire body as a whole. So feel each part of your body relaxing all at once. So as you breathe out, feel your whole body relax. And then start to relax your mind. So we're going to focus on the breath. So we've got something to bring our attention to if our mind starts to wander off. Feel the breath come in and out through your nose. As you inhale, feel the breath go down, feel your abdomen expand, feel your chest expand. As you exhale, feel the breath come back out through the nose, feel your abdomen relax, feel your chest relax. And just do about 5 to 10 rounds of breath where you aren't trying to change or control your breath in any way. You're just observing it and noticing it. So you just notice it come in, notice it come out. Feel how your inhale compares to your exhale. Notice any differences between the two. Notice how you feel mentally and emotionally as you inhale compared to how you feel as you exhale. And then start to gradually slow down the exhale. So breathing in as you normally do without trying to change anything, but as you exhale, start to add a little bit extra on, or start to slow down the exhale so it just takes a bit longer. So you do that nice big inhale and then that really slow gradual exhale. So over time with each breath you just add a little bit extra on. And then we're going to add a pause between the inhale and the exhale, and between the exhale and inhale. So when you're switching from one to the other, add a little pause between. So you just take your breath in as you normally would. That little tiny gap when you switch, you're just going to extend that. So to maybe half a second, up to a second, probably not even a second, just a moment, just kind of like a little beat. And then do your slow exhale. And then just before you inhale, you're going to pause and then go to your inhale. So it's just inhale, pause, exhale, pause, and then keep going like that. And then when you do your little pause between the breaths, think about the stillness in your body. So hopefully your body is feeling relaxed and comfortable at the moment. Everything is feeling good, feeling relaxed. And then you've just got that rhythm of the movement of your breath. So you've got your abdomen and your chest lifting and lowering as you inhale and you exhale. And then adding that pause just so you have that tiny moment of complete stillness. And really focus on that. So kind of soak it in, focus on that moment where there's nothing going on. Complete relaxation, complete stillness within your body. If you find that relaxing and if you enjoy that feeling, you can keep going for about 10 more rounds of breath. If that one's not for you, then just go back to your normal pattern of breathing and just take 10 mindful rounds of breath. So depending on the speed of your breath, maybe doing your final 2 or 3. And And when you finish, just go back to however you breathe when you're not thinking about your breath at all. So just let the breath flow naturally in and out, don't worry about your breath. And take a moment of reflection and think about some things that you're grateful for. So try to think of at least 3 things, more if they start to flow easily, but at least 3 things that you are really grateful for at the moment. And just let those come to the forefront of your mind and block everything else out. And just really focus and tune in on those 3 or more things and express gratitude for those. And then start to tune in with your body again, become aware of how your body is feeling. Start to slowly wake up your body. So start by moving gradually, just move your fingers and your toes. And then start to circle your wrists and your ankles around. Maybe rock your head from one side to the other. And then when you're ready, do a big stretch, maybe a yawn and a stretch. And hug your knees into your chest. Feel your back stretch out, rock from side to side, extend your lower back. And then coming up in whichever way is easiest for you, so you can roll onto one side and push yourself up, or you can rock yourself up and then sit cross-legged or however's comfortable. Sit yourself tall. Roll your shoulders forwards and back. And then drop your head over to one side and the other. And then do a couple of head rolls, one each way, just keeping the back of your neck really long. So make sure your head doesn't hang back. And then pause with your chin to your chest, let your head hang heavy, take a breath there. And then on your next inhale, stretch your arms out and up, lift your chest, look up, bring your palms together. On the exhale, bring your hands down to your chest to finish. Namaste.